Oprah to go on Oprah to launch your foundation
It's a bar.
that's a
That's a big deal.
and more importantly, it sets you on a path.
Yeah.
Because now I have to mind what I do so it doesn't, contradict what I'm doing. Right? If I'm aligned and launching philanthropic programs on Oprah Winfrey, and then somebody's like, "Yo, I need you. Yo, let's go to this one spot." I don't know if I could do that, y'all. Oh, come on, man. Nah, bro. Like, I can't really get down like that no more. Why? Well, because it doesn't really align with what I'm doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like a straight and arrow. It keeps you mindful of what you're doing and how to sustain it and what it leads up to later on. So I launched the program, and then from there I'm like, I need to go back to my neighborhood. So now from Oprah to General Colin Powell, I go back to my neighborhood and I start the I Am Angel Foundation. And so I take 65 kids that are graduating from junior high school that are on their way to high school at Roosevelt, and I'm like, look, this whole thing is set up for y'all to fail. Y'all gonna try your best to go to school, and right around the corner, there's juvenile hall waiting for y'all. There's these prisons waiting for y'all. There's, pregnancy waiting for you. These are the things waiting for us.
Got it.
So why don't you, take a look at these programs, robotics, computer science, and, after you really mastered these fields and these skill sets, here's what's waiting for you. These jobs, these opportunities to create jobs, because now you have the skill sets. So anyways, make a long story short, that 65 kids, now I've been doing it for 11 years, turned into 1,200 kids. I've sent kids to Brown for computer science, to Dartmouth, to Georgetown, Stanford, UCLA, USC, San Diego State, Berkeley. We've sent kids to Cal State LA. We send kids to Irvine, to Long Beach. We've sent kids to awesome schools.
You changed the trajectory of their lives.
And we've
Single-handedly.
We've been doing that for 11 years. So now the superintendent, Austin from the LAUSD, took notice of that. He's like, hey, we've seen the work that you've been doing in Boyle Heights. Thank you so much for your commitment, dedication. And we've seen that you guys have been, supporting 1,200 kids. How about 12,000? And how about you guys are in one school in Boyle Heights and have some robotics programs in Boyle Heights? How about 400 schools? I'm like, yo, you for real? He's like, yeah, we want to take what you've been doing and spread it across all LAUSD.
Which is a big deal for LA. Huge.
So, yeah. So, General Colin Powell, you was right, bro. Focus on your neighborhood.
Then it'll grow.
Look. I mean, how often do you hear, yo, the superintendent noticed what we were doing in the neighborhood and want to now spread it across all LAUSD, starting with, junior high school kids, starting 2021 into September 2021, moving forward. And that's 12,000 kids, 400 schools. That's how we starting. So why is that important? Right? We're 2021 right now. And COVID told us that at any given time, depending on what's going on, whoever thought the shit could get shut down, bro?
Yeah.
Never in our lives did we think shit could get shut down.
Mm-mm.
And we realized just how important the people at the supermarket were.
Yeah, how about that?
We never,
Yeah.
and thank you, folks at the supermarket. Thank you, folks at CVS and all the pharmacies. Thank you, these essential workers. But here's the sad part. 2030, there aren't cashiers at the supermarket.
They will not.
No, that's not a job, 2030.
You're going to be checking out. It's automated.
Right, because half of the CVS's had the fast checkout, bro. And guess what? They're going to get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter. You're going to walk into a store and be like, hey, Fuzz, how's your digestive? Why? Because You've been unlocking your freaking phone with your face the whole damn time, bro.
Yeah. We just take it for granted like
And
that.
no one realizes just how freaking advanced facial recognition is to be able to determine and predict what the hell is going on with you based on, pupil dilation, the bags under your eyes, the discoloration of your skin, all this kind of stuff. Right, bro, you don't understand where this is going. So why is robotics important for kids in the inner city?
It's a future.
Because you got to prepare them for this robotic world tomorrow. What are we talking about right now? Equality, Black Lives Matter. Who are they saying Black Lives Matters to? Who is that sentence aimed at? Right? I think it's pretty beautiful. It's kind of beautiful. We are not programming the algorithms right now. Black and brown people are not training the data. And as these machines get smarter and smarter and gather all this information on the internet about the delicate relationship between black and white people, systematic and problematic, the machine, if it had to have an opinion on black people based on the internet, that's not a good opinion.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when that machine is connected to satellites that are orbiting the planet, and that satellite looks down on the street that says Black Lives Matter, well, that Black Lives Matter is talking to the machine.
So the machine is seeing that.
So the machine knows that Black Lives Matter. To
That's
have
deep.
a different balance of what the internet is saying about black people.
Yeah.
What zoning says about black people. What zip code says about black people. What comments on Twitter says about black people. Somebody has to tell the machine that Black Lives Matter because black lives are not programming the machine.
That's deep.
So
It's deep.
I'm just saying, bro.
It's deep.
So please, with this camera, talk to parents. If you're a black parent or a parent of color, and they're not preparing their kids or themselves for 2030, what should they know and what should they equip themselves? This one right here.
2030 is going to be awesome. I'm an optimist. That's how I got out the projects. But I'm also, I try my best to try to get as much information as possible and equip myself with what's coming. So my optimism tells me that 2030 is going to be great if we do certain things. And that is, prepare our youth and equip them with skill sets that reflect tomorrow. Autonomy is one of them. If you're an Uber driver, you're not an Uber driver because these autonomous vehicles will be out there delivering goods, taking people from point A to point B. There's going to be so many jobs that are rendered obsolete. So your nieces, your nephew, your son, your daughter, you want to get them ready for this tomorrow. We didn't realize how much we needed computers to teach your kids. We never thought that was the way that they learned, how they learned on.
Mandatory.
Now, COVID told us that there's kids right now that are like, I'd rather not go to school because when I go to school, I'm just learning from the computer anyway, so I'm just going to learn at home.
Yeah.
You remember like when we was growing up, you'd be like, yo, what school do you go to? And there was that one kid that was like, yo, I'm homeschooled. Homeschooled?
Yeah, we thought that was really weird.
They thought it was weird, right?
Right.
That's right. That's normal now because everybody was homeschooled in 2020.
Some kids are having anxiety going back into the classroom.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? That means, you remember when this thing came out in 2008, 2007? Did you think that this was going to change cab passenger relationships in New York?
The iPhone, yeah. Smartphone, rather.
In Brooklyn, you know how many rap songs are like, the cab don't pick me up in New York. That was a problem between race relations.
Hell yeah, it was.
Trying to hail a cab in Queens. That ain't a problem no more. as much as it used to be
Nice.
because Uber changed that. The iPhone changed that. This thing changed the world. Like, your parents said, don't take food from strangers. Postmates. Your parents said, don't get in car with strangers. Lyft. Your parents said, don't just go into anybody's house. Airbnb.
That's real.
Everything
Yeah.
they told us not to do, hitchhiking is now a product. Now, that computer was never a learning machine. It was a computing machine, but you didn't go on it to learn. You went to school to learn. Watch what happens 2030, bro.
Computer.
The computer is a different type of learning device. It will understand you. It'll be able to Facebook knows it. Facebook knows just how predictive their predictive machines are. When you be like, yo, man, I swear to God, the phone's listening. It ain't listening, bro. It's predicting. Down to the fact.